Yo, what's up? You're listening to True to Size, episode 75.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome to episode 3/4 of a century, number 75 of True to Size. We are a weekly podcast centered around the wild world of sneakers. I will be your host today. My name is Lawrence Hopkins. I'm joined by the rest of the team at Canada Got Soul, Mr. Joel Hernandez.
Hi.
Mr. Alvin Martinez.
Salutations.
And that wonderful voice you heard at the
Sexy
top of the
voice.
episode.
Sexy.
Shit.
Illustrator killer.
Ooh.
The one and only Jazz Alba.
What up?
What's up, man?
What up?
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for making the flight over.
Yo, he flew all the way from Whippy.
That's far.
It's a little far.
He
407 help.
went
Farther.
through the whole spectrum of Toronto.
Yeah, man.
Like literally every borough. Like that's far. Thank you. I think that might be the furthest distance traveled thus far
Yeah.
for this podcast.
I'm happy to be here, man.
So you get that trophy for sure. Congratulations. It's a good show this week with another feel-good sneaker female story this week. We've also got some good EEE submissions, and at the end of the episode, we're going to play everyone's favorite game show, 21 Questions with our boy Jazz. And finally, yep, that's right. And finally, we're going to learn all about where he draws inspiration from, how he's so quick with the trigger, and why The Simpsons. These are the hard-hitting questions, people. But first, Joel.
Oof. Fire round.
We like to start every show with a quick hitting question from you, our listeners, and this week's question comes from Mr. Gerald Castro from Toronto.
Hola, Gerald.
Geraldo.
He's actually Filipino.
Gerald.
Hi there, Gerald.
Much better.
Kumusta na si tita?
This is actually a really good question. I was excited about this one. So he says, do you guys think the collabs being released now have the popularity and story to be retroed in 10 to 15 years and still be a hit?
Damn.
So he related it to obviously like Jordan's, Kobe's, LeBron's. Like they have a story because they played in them, and there's a specific, like the Kobe 81-point game comes out this year and people are like, oh, I need it. So do you guys think Travis Scott ones or Forces or Union ones or Cause fours or all these collabs coming out, do they have the power for people to actually care about them in the future in 10, 15 years? Because that's a long ways away.
It is, man.
I can't name many shoes, well, I probably could, but like collab wise, they came out 15 years ago that I can think of off the top of my head, like right away.
No, not 15 years. Probably like over 10 years ago. So the Amos,
The original.
Elephant Print,
Yep.
Yeah.
Air Max ones.
But think of the, yeah, there's like one,
But,
like a
I can't think of
handful, like probably less than five that
No.
you can think of that are super old that have that like lasting power. I don't think that they would, to be honest. I think we're in like a phase right now where everyone only cares about collaborations, and then in 10 years it's going to be a different wave.
Yeah.
And no one's going to give a shit anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
all those sneakers you just named,
Yeah, but that's now, man.
I know.
That's now. I agree. They're all so. I think of everything that I listed off or anything I can think of, the only thing that would like bring the same kind of hype or draw is Cause Fours.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing.
I think that's because it was one of the first really, really big ones. And it was like, it kind of started this whole wave of big collabs with huge names. What do you guys think?
I personally think like with the whole hype that's been built around the recent collabs, I don't think it'll be there like 10, 15 years later. I think there'll probably be another hype collab then
Yeah.
that'll probably, put this collab not so much like on the back burner, but like in the back of people's minds.
Yeah, I agree.
But like with going back to like Atmos, it's I think it's because it's the one ofs
Yeah.
that really hit the hardest.
It's that one.
And it's like it's the one that started the whole the whole wave, if you want to call it.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
And I think that's why we're like just like shitting our pants all the time, because it's the one of, it's like the OG, like So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my take.
Alvin, what do you think?
I mean, I definitely agree with you guys. But don't forget that these brands can build hype like fucking like
That's their job, really.
it's like nothing.
Yeah.
They pull shit out of like thin air,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden, like, oh my god, everyone has to fucking have it.
Yeah. That's
You know what I
true,
mean?
too.
So it's just like, I definitely agree that in terms of like history and backstory, it will never be because of that
It don't hit the same.
Yeah, it'll never be because of like the history and like the actual appreciation for the shoe that people would want to buy it. If it comes out again, it'll just be for the hype and all the same shit.
Just
You
for
know
the
what I
same
mean?
reason,
Like,
basically now.
yeah,
It's
like
just
it won't be because
yeah.
like, oh, cause like, you know, this was
Changed
his
the
last
game and-
piece,
yeah,
or like
yeah,
this
yeah.
was like he did something extraordinary. It'll just be because someone's like, oh, these are dope, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like,
I could see that for sure. Jazz, what do you think?
I'm still stuck on those shoes that you mentioned. Man. It's like if I could have them all, I'd have them all right now. But in 15 years, I don't know. I don't know. That cause Jordan 4 class is
Yeah,
nuts. In 15 years, it'll still be nuts to me.
I think you're
Yeah.
right. I think that's the only one for me that has like that lasting power of all of them. I don't see Off-White Jordan 1s being cool. Well, maybe cool, but not hitting the same in 10 to 15 years. Did you see what they just reached on StockX? I think Net Magnetism
Yeah, I
was
saw
posting
that.
it. Like
Insane.
$6,000
Crazy.
or like almost
What?
$7,000 Canadian now
that's
Yeah.
cute.
for a pair of dead stock Chicago Off-White ones. Like that shoe's on its way to 10K.
Easily.
Like 10 years ago, there was maybe 1 or 2 pairs of shoes that reached 10K. And now it's like every
There's a
couple
lot of
months,
them.
there's a pair of shoes that's getting
lot
up
of
above 5. Like Travis Scott ones is also doing the same thing. Like all these shoes we listed, Cause 4s, all of them are like unions are getting way up there.
Yeah, unions.
But that was a really good question. I enjoyed that one. It kind of made us think a little bit. Thank you, Gerald Castro. Actually, out of Brampton. Just gonna throw that out there.
Jeez, do you know him though?
I do know him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a B-town thing.
Yeah, I know actually every single resident of Brampton. Believe it or not, on episode 100, I will list every single resident in Brampton
All
Every
right,
single
ready.
if we ever get there. If you would like to submit a question for the fire round and have us answer it on the pod, please shoot us a message on Instagram or email us at canadagotsoul@gmail.com. Next up is the CGS picks. Each week we all pick an upcoming sneaker to analyze, dissect, and give our thoughts on. Then we decide if it's poop, scoop, whoop-de-whoop, or Alvin's trademark phrase.
Super cute.
Very, very cute.
Very cute.
I'm going to go first this week because I said so. My pick this week is the Nike Shox BB4
Ooh.
Air Canada Vince Carter Toronto Raptors edition, coming back for the first time in a long time. Well, I guess this specific one for first time ever. I don't think the specific colorway ever came out.
No.
The
Did
BB4.
he wear this? Did he wear this?
No,
colorway?
I don't, because they added that little,
It's just
let
a
me get
brand new
into it a little
colorway.
bit. Yeah. So the shoe itself is mostly white. It's got the purple shocks on the heel and then a red heel counter. And then everything else is white and silver. It's got like a white on white raptor claw graphic coming up the side that is super hard to see.
True.
Which I would have preferred probably if they made a different color so you could actually see it. So yeah, I don't think this color ever came out. I could be wrong. It if I am wrong.
Drake wore them, right?
I did see Drake wearing them, so who cares if Vince Carter wore it? I only care if Drake wore it.
It's the Drake
That's what I mean, though. You know what I mean? Like, these are retroing.
Yeah,
And why are they hype? Because Drake wore them. It's not because Vince did some crazy, stupid shit in them.
and because we won the title.
Yeah,
Don't forget, we still the champs.
Sure. I'm just joking.
I didn't even know they had a claw logo on the side.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard
we
to
did.
see,
It was
right?
crazy.
Yeah,
I've seen pictures and I didn't even notice.
yeah, it's super hard to see, which is one of my many beefs with this shoe. It's too plain for me. Like, I just remember, like, the blocking is so easy. You can make like half of the shoe red or half
Yeah.
the shoe purple because it's got that stitch right down the side.
It doesn't shout Raptor.
It doesn't shout Raptors.
Facts.
And I obviously wouldn't wear it because it's 2019 and this is a really tough wear in 2019.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, you can make it cool, bro.
I don't even think so.
What about for ball? You wouldn't wear it for ball.
Oh God, no. Oh my God.
Holy-
I'd be less likely to wear it for basketball than
Never playing basketball after that
Never
first time.
again.
Oh my God. Yeah, no. If you ask the Six Buzz comment section, these are trash. Because Six Buzz posted it yesterday to a plethora plethora of negative reviews, but for me, I'm going to call them just cute. Maybe it's because of my Raptor high from the championship.
All summer, man.
All summer long.
Oh, my whole life. But I do wish they did a little bit more with it. But simple can sometimes be good for some people. So whatever, to each their own. For me, cute. Joel, what's your pick?
Okay, so I went with the Foot Patrol Adidas ZX Torsion collaboration. They're celebrating the annual festival, street festival, and then apparently it's the world's largest street festival, according to Sneaker News.
Sneaker News knows about festivals.
They know
too.
everything, bro. It's the Notting Hill Carnival is what it's called. It's led by one of the members of London's West Indian community. So they designed the sneaker based on, I guess, the wild, eccentric, costumes
Okay.
of the carnival. It's predominantly white. It's a white upper with little hits of gray. It's got like the neon hits as well, and they use like a fuzzy tennis ball kind of material on the stripes. It's a clean shoe, very clean.
I do like that tennis ball material.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. And apparently the X torsion bar underneath the shoe, it's in like a blue, pink, tie-dye kind of colorway kind of thing. It's got like the Foot Patrol stamps, Adidas stamps on the heel counter. It's got like, I guess lace lock, Foot Patrol, I guess designs on it as well, but predominantly it's just a all around clean, well executed shoe for me.
So is this supposed to be like Caravana?
I guess
Is
so.
it Carnival?
Carnival.
Not Carnival, Carnival.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay, no, it's okay.
But it runs from August
They
25th.
mean very different things.
Carnival. Yeah. From the 25th to the 26th of August.
That's the Carnival.
It's the Carnival of Notting Hill out in London.
Huh.
But yeah, it drops. It'll probably drop around then. There's really no set date and time or a date and price tag on the shoe. So I guess keep your eyes locked if you're all about the sneaker.
They're kind of, it says that it's supposed to be eccentric, but they're kind of plain to me.
Yeah.
Like when I think of like
I guess the
Caravana or whatever, I expect like that
The
whole
Volt.
the torsion bar at the bottom.
I think
is
that's
what
the
I would
more-
imagine the whole shoe to look like.
Yeah.
Like crazy, like that insole with the feathers and stuff. That's
Yeah.
what I would imagine.
Should make you want to jump and wave
Yeah, exactly.
For real.
Jump
Please don't.
and or wave. Correct.
both.
Yes.
at the same time.
Yep.
At the same time. With your feathers.
With your feathers. And your Foot Patrol torsions. How do you rate them, Joel?
I rate them cute. It's a clean shoe, man.
It is clean.
It's clean.
I do agree with you.
But they're really super cute, probably.
Super duper cute.
Super duper cute.
Alvin, what you
Yo.
got?
So I have something pretty cool. It's the Nike X We Are Cultivator Nike by You designs. So We Are Cultivators is like, they've been around for a minute. Like, I remember seeing our homegirl, She Got Game, Megan, design some shoes for them. I think it was last year. I think it was a pair of Air Forces.
Yeah, that sounds
Or maybe
familiar.
she did too. But basically they take a whole bunch of creatives, whether you're like an artist, a designer, or whatever avenue you may be, like they pick you and they allow you to design a Nike sneaker. So
Goals.
Yeah.
this whole table is going to be doing that soon.
Goals
Yo,
AF.
Jazz.
Right, Jack?
I hope to.
I'm saying.
I hope to.
Just saying. Just saying.
So the one that Sneaker News is featuring, or the one that I picked, was a Nike Air Max 270. I follow We Are Cultivators on Instagram though, and they had other renditions that were a little bit better than this one. Not trying to knock this one, but
How many are there?
It's a lot.
Is it the actual? It says they tapped 28 New
28.
Yorkers. Is there 28 designs?
That's crazy.
At least.
Holy smokes.
I know when Megan did it, there was like you could buy them. So if
Yeah.
you go onto the
Yeah, yeah.
website, like you can like literally buy them. But I don't know, it's cool, man. And I just like that the fact that they're letting other people design shoes, or
It's like
just
one
the
step,
colorways.
one step below a collab. Like
Yeah.
you're almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool because they're letting other people buy your design.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
technically,
Yeah.
it is
It could
a collab.
be, and they
your
give
name
you
just not on
they
it.
give you
Yeah.
quite a bit of stuff you can
Yeah.
do with it.
The one that is featured here is predominantly white with some, I guess, fault green or some sort of green.
Call it a seafoam green.
Seafoam green. What I like about it is, just this. Is that how the swoosh is on all of the 270s?
I don't think
just
so.
gonna ask.
No,
And I like
I
that.
don't think so,
The
right?
swoosh is
Pretty
very
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
the squiggly. Like it starts off like regular in the front, and then it kind of like
The
goes
fact
off.
that they let them do that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
like-
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If this was
It's
5 years
No, you're
ago,
not touching the
having-
logo.
yeah,
no,
no.
way.
No.
No
Look
way.
at what
no.
they give Fragment. They gave him
Yeah.
a stamp on a Jordan
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
That's just like,
And it's cool where you can personalize it, which is like on the back heel, so you can put like whatever you want. This one specifically has in my feels, but I've seen other ones where like the colorways are just different. Like as opposed to the white where the mesh is, it's like a pink, and then the other part is like a purple, and then the swoosh was like a yellow. Like there's so many different designs on here. Like there's 27 different people designing this shoe.
yeah.
Just the possibilities of what they can come up with is crazy because they're all creators on their own. So this specific pair is a cute for me. But you can check the other designs. They're available from August 19th till September 1st. And you can also check out the Cultivator or We Are Cultivator website too that they'll have on there.
I feel like I read somewhere because this one, the girl who designed it, Liz Beecroft,
Yeah.
is like a mental health a specialist.
Yeah.
And I feel like I read somewhere that the proceeds go to like a mental health
nice.
association.
I think I read the same thing.
or something. I don't know if I'm making this up or
That's
not.
pretty dope. That's
Yeah,
really good.
I really like that. Yeah, the swoosh is crazy, and that tongue graphic is pretty cool too. Instead of like have a Nike day, it says have a NYC day.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, I like these.
But yeah, they're cute. Maybe I'll check out the other ones and see if
Yeah.
any of them are.
Usually they're not available in Canada, so
It's PO box, dog.
PO box it.
Send it to Jazz's PO box. No,
Send it to my house in Whitby.
oh yeah, he's basically in
He's
the U.S.
basically
Yeah, it's
there.
like American.
Border town. Next up, this week in Kicks. Now is the part of the show where we discuss the current headlines and happenings in the world of sneakers. Just a couple of things to touch on this week. Coming off of last week, where we talked about Exclu and the satin draw, where they only allowed females to enter. Really, really cool. Did you guys actually happen to see all the snaps that Exclu did that day? There was a ton of happy
lot, yeah.
females.
Yeah.
I liked seeing like they had a line,
good,
they did
man.
that party, like that was super cool. I like that a lot. And it looks like a lot of the people who won pairs kept them and wore them.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
kudos to Exclu, you did a good job. But for the second week in a row now, we have some very positive female sneaker-ish sort of news. So Nike is extending the protection for their pregnant female athletes. So Nike came under fire when their policies for pregnant female athletes were said to be unfairly created. So basically, if you got pregnant and you were a Nike athlete, you were only allowed to take 12 months off before you were being said to be breaching your contract, and you would be not able to get bonuses. And
That's
that kind
what
of thing.
everybody gets.
But as an athlete, you need more time beforehand because you can't be playing a sport when you're pregnant. And then afterwards, like I think, so the breakdown that they gave, they extended it from 12 months to 18 months. So basically female athletes are allowed to get 8 months before giving birth and then 10 months after giving birth. Because obviously if you're like Serena Williams and you're a
Smart.
tennis player, you
Yeah.
can't be playing tennis at 4 or 5 months pregnant. You're going to,
No,
apparently, that's what the article said.
I would not suggest anybody to try.
I can't
No, don't try
confirm
this.
personally.
Especially at her level.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, real talk. I mean, you never know.
For real.
Serena's definitely capable of anything.
She is a beast.
But that's dope.
Something tells me that would mess up the child a little bit by doing that. So yes, so
sure.
they did change it. They changed it to 18 months instead of 12, giving female athletes a little bit more time to, first of all, be pregnant and then recover
And enjoy
from
the pregnancy.
their pregnancy. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
True.
So very cool. Shout outs to Nike. It probably should have been fixed before it even became a thing. 12 months just isn't long enough, obviously, if you're an athlete. But it's fixed now. Next up, a pair of Zion's game-worn shoes just fetched big bucks. I feel like we talked about this before on the podcast, but just really quickly. So a pair of Zion's game-worn Kyries, which he wore in a win over SDSU. Shout out to Kawhi Leonard. There's your little Kawhi Leonard content for the episode. Just fetched, get this, $19,200
Who wasted their money?
at auction.
Wow.
Do you think it's a waste of money?
Who wasted their fucking
Signed.
money?
Not signed, just game worn.
I don't know. That's a waste of money.
That's a lot of money.
What's he done so far?
I think it's an investment.
And if he fucks up,
Then
what
it was,
happens
then,
then?
then it was a gamble.
Okay.
It's a gamble.
I guess it's a
That's lot
gamble.
of money
Yeah.
to gamble.
I don't know. Gambling $19,000. I mean, if you can afford it, obviously do your thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had to be able to. You had to be slightly well off.
Yeah.
I
I
would hope
the
so.
19 grand. Yeah.
I would hope so.
I don't think second mortgage.
Signed is
Signed for 19 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like
That'd be dope.
nothing, not even signed. 19 grand. Not
Yeah,
even signed.
I can't confirm now. I'm looking back. I don't know if it said signed or not, but definitely game worn. You don't know, man. Like think about even LeBron.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
going forward, a pair of game worn LeBrons from when he was. First of all, because now he's a Jordan brand athlete, Zion. That might be the last time he ever wears Nikes
That's true.
in game. So that's a little bit of like kind of a tidbit, you know.
Yeah.
That could. I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll check back.
I'm just I'm
We'll
just,
check
I'm
back in
just cheap.
15 years.
I'm cheap as fuck. I would never spend money on a pair of shoes that someone. I mean, he is good, but you didn't even win a championship in the NCAA. You're gonna tell me you did something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. That's just me. I'm sorry.
like thinking about
No, go ahead.
it could be like Jordan's band.
It could be.
Could
One,
be.
And
No,
if you
for
think
sure.
about
Hell
it,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
later down
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
the road, Nike's like, let's release Kyrie.
Yeah.
In Duke colorway.
A Duke
Yeah.
Kyrie. Yeah, I'll
That's
buy
what
the
it was.
retro.
It was like a black. Yeah.
I'll buy the retro. I'll buy the retro, no problem. But
Yeah, it could be like you said, Jordan's band, Jordan 1, or the airship or whatever.
be.
It could
Yeah.
be the flu game. Could be
it
like
could also be a nothing.
it could be absolutely meaningless.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
A stinky
He's
pair of
skilled
shoes.
though.
Yes,
I mean,
this
yeah,
stinky pair of shoes.
Not even signed.
I hope for this guy's sake it's an investment, but
Hope so.
I guess it's a risk he's willing to take.
because imagine if someone did that with like Lonzo Ball shoe. What the fuck did Lonzo Ball do?
Shit. Speaking of Lonzo Ball, real quick, did you guys see? I think it was the Score posted today. It was like a TBT of Lonzo Ball at like a carnival. It might have been Wonderland. I don't know if it was actually, but it was like him doing like the 3-point contest and just bricking.
Yeah?
Like he hit one off the side of the backboard. Like bad.
But he's so good.
That's just a real quick side note. I thought that was really
I'm gonna go
funny.
look for that now.
I think it was the Score. Shout out to the Score.
Brick.
It's
Pre-
because
previous
of Canadian
reposter
weather.
of our
No?
content.
Is that why?
That's what it is.
Yeah,
yo.
That's what he
I
did.
don't know if it was.
It was
It
the
looked.
wind.
It
It was a
looked like the
Canadian wind.
Wonderland 3-point contest,
Oh,
but
yeah?
I'm sure that exists many places around the
Oh,
world.
for
Yeah.
sure.
But yeah, it was really funny to watch because he probably got like maybe 3 total
Wow.
out of like 15.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's pretty close to his shooting percentage. I think.
Yeah.
So I guess it's
Same thing anyway.
not that
I
unbelievable.
mean, it's better than I would do. So
So a quick follow up because you guys said you liked the follow ups
Yeah, yeah,
last
send me
week
that.
to the This Week in Kicks topics. So remember Michael Avenatti, the guy being sued by Nike for trying to extort Nike,
oh yeah.
No,
the
yeah,
guy who alleged that Nike was funneling money to NCAA players.
yeah.
He's alleging, since we're on Zion, that Nike discussed paying Zion $35,000 to go to Duke.
What?
It was like in discussions.
That's change, bro.
Well, not for
I'm just
Zion.
joking. I'm just joking.
For Nike, it's literally like dropping $1 on the floor and being like, "Oh, I don't want to pick that up."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not $1, like a quarter. I'd pick up $1. But $35,000 to a college athlete who's made zero money yet is
Yeah.
like
That's crazy.
that could be
bro.
life changing.
Yeah, man.
Damn, son.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy. That's your quick little follow up. That whole litigation process is still ongoing, by the way,
Of course.
between Nike and
course.
Mr. however you say his last name.
Episode 100, we'll have more news about that. Watch.
Yeah, we promise. By or before episode 100. We're making a lot of promises now. We reached 75 and we're all talking big shit now. We got some work to do. Next up, Previously in Kicks. This is the part of the show where we review our latest pickups and recap the latest happenings in our sneaker lives. Did anyone buy shoes last week? Jazz.
Nope.
I did.
Hey!
I did.
This
I
is
bought
why you're here.
I bought a pair of Air Max 720s.
okay.
Sunsets.
Okay,
Nice.
nice.
I love them. They're so comfy.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
From
I love.
It's a nice-
the outlet
I
or
bought it from the outlet right here, Halton.
Halton Hills?
Yeah.
It's not
Yo,
right
you were
here.
in the ends, dog? Yo,
I
hit me up
was.
next time.
I was. Oh man. I just bought the Sunset Air Max Plus like
Oh, okay.
couple
It's
months
all-
back.
So
Yeah,
you're on
those
the-
are dope.
It's around the sunset
So I
wave.
was like, yeah, I'm gonna get those.
They did the Air Max 1 as well. Sunset.
Back in the
Long
day,
time
no?
ago.
Well,
It was the
pack,
one,
yeah.
the
90.
90.
But they were like the essential. Air Max 1 Essential
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
Air
yeah.
Max 90 Essential.
I had those.
Have you
There you
guys
go.
have you guys tried on the 720s?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Tell us, Jazz.
Tell us-
How do
how
you
it
like the
is.
720s, Jazz?
It's insane.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane. It doesn't hug. So the 270 hugs your foot,
Yep.
whereas this is like has that tongue. You know,
Yeah.
it's the comfort level is insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
So you
I
like
need
them.
more. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They were too high up for me.
The back
Like
heel?
when you wear
The back
them.
heel, I felt, like it was
Yeah.
like, woo.
Need a
Like
little, I need a
felt-
little bit of height.
We're about the same height, so I don't know what that says about me. Anyway, is that all you bought? Just the one pair?
Last week, yeah, that's it.
Last week. Oh, sorry.
Last week. But the week before, it was like
like-
five.
No.
Fat. Next up, errors, edits, and messages. We're pretty smart guys, but from time to time we make mistakes. So if you catch us slipping, hit us in the DM and we will let the world know that we goofed. First up, very good friend of the show, Kellen Crum, aka the Chef Kriesel.
Chef.
So he has a couple points actually. First, he says, I'm with Philly on the moving thing. As someone who has moved 17 times
Holy
and works 70 hours a week, I will never not use a moving company again. Because we all said, like, hell no, we're not using a moving company. He says, I wouldn't label the box as sneakers, first of all. And I'm there the whole time they're moving my shit. There's 0% chance any of my shoes go missing. So I guess that's facts. You said you moved recently, right? Ish?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Did you use a moving company?
No.
No. Was that because of trust or because of I'm not paying someone to do something I can do myself?
Yeah, pretty much.
Got
yeah.
it.
I can do it.
Exactly.
If I can do it, I'll do it.
I'm the same way. He then says that dude Miles Nadal, who's the guy who spent $1 million on sneakers from Toronto,
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Miles.
who bought all the auction shoes. You don't know that story? I'll tell you the story after. Who bought all the auction shoes is a known money launderer.
Oh.
There you go. Plot twist. He says that's why he buys cars and art to hide the cash. He was being investigated heavy by U.S. securities years ago.
So he's like, yo, let me get rid of a milli.
I
I'm
know.
going to buy a
Real
bunch of
quick.
shoes. Yeah. So Stadium Goods and somebody. Oh, and Sotheby's. Is that how you say it? Sotheby's, the auction house.
Sotheby's.
Sotheby's. They
Sotheby's.
teamed up to auction off, quote unquote, 100 of the rarest and most sought after shoes ever in existence. And this one guy from Toronto bought all of them. Like he just maxed out every auction and he spent almost $1 million. And then the one shoe, the Nike Moon shoe, the waffle racer, one of the original waffle shoes that Nike made. There's 12 in existence. He bought the only unworn pair left for, it was like 337,000. No, more than that. 400,000. Something stupid. Apparently
47.55, I think. Something 500.
something in
500,
500
yeah.
because we said, did someone bid the 5? And he had to
Yeah.
upbid that last 500.
Sold.
Sold to Miles Nadal.
Again.
Wearing the villain's monocle and the all black suit. So yeah, that guy is apparently a money launderer and he's a really bad guy.
Bad guy.
Kellen also said hopefully he's not a friend of the show.
No.
I don't even know
Otherwise,
who
I'm
that
in
guy
trouble.
is, Miles.
If he was a friend of the show, this operation would be a lot more high tech, first of all.
Yeah.
A lot more lucrative.
A lot more
'Cause he would
lucrative.
launder the money through us.
Bro, we would
We would be taking all the friends of the show to Disney,
yeah.
Yeah.
including Jazz.
We'd
over
have
here.
an
Yes.
office.
and his wife.
And record on our private plane.
We'd have an online
We would
store.
record on a private plane.
Oh, that'd
Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just regular Tuesday episodes.
Yeah.
Have nowhere to go. Let's just record on
I
our
just want to be in the air. We want to
Yeah.
be on the air, in the air.
Oi.
Jeez. On air, in air. Holy shit.
In Nike Air.
In like air. In air. God damn. 3 airs.
Three airs.
Shit. Well, we better move on.
Okay.
Next up.
Oh, I got
From-
some. Oh, you got.
Oh, I got a
okay.
butt. Oh, yeah. We are stupid, apparently.
Yeah, we are actually.
Next up, from very good friend of the show. Last week, Joel actually called him best friend of the show, and he liked it a lot. Calby
He even
from
timestamped
Calgary.
it.
He did timestamp it and
He
posted
did.
it on his
He said-
story.
Yeah, like 9 minutes or something.
Yeah. He said, you knew this EE was coming. I tried not to. Feig is actually pronounced Feig.
Yeah,
Ronnie Feig.
he would know that.
Yeah.
He actually spelled it
Feig.
phonetically. He said F-E-Y-E-G.
Yeah.
Feig.
Feig.
Like an I.
Feig.
F-I-G.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm still probably going to say feig. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
Because I-E to me is E.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Or it could also be Fieg.
it could be fieg. Maybe we'll just do fieg. It's like a mix of both.
Yeah. Something different.
Next up, from another good friend of the show, MD Kovacs.
Yo.
He says, yo, please have Phil on every episode. First of all, no.
No.
Next, he says, also, I have a daughter room too. By the way, just moved from New Jersey to Virginia. It was not fun. It doesn't sound fun. I also kept the very special pairs in the front seat of the U-Haul with me.
Oh.
I guess he drove by himself. First of all.
That's crazy, bro.
That's a little bit OD,
Yeah.
but I kind of mess with it. You have one more there, Alvin?
Yeah.
What you got?
I got from Mr. Just 10.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. Until you said it out loud, I didn't realize it meant Justin.
Justin.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just 10.
Mr.
Just
Just
10.
Mr. Just 10. Justin.
Okay.
Justin.
Sick. That's
It says, by the way, the
Good name.
4 colors. He's talking about the Kobe.
Protro.
the
Undefeated?
undefeated. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
The 4 colors are for the 4 Kobe athletes.
we said that. We said that.
Did we?
Phil said that for
Phil said
sure.
that.
Phil said that.
Okay, well, well, he wasn't listening then. Mr.
Oh no, we
Justin.
didn't know which teams though. We couldn't figure out.
Yeah, we're picking.
We're saying teams.
We got like 2 of the teams.
Yeah. So it's DeMar, Devin Booker, Giannis, Antetokounmpo, and Kyle the Kuzma.
Giannis is a Kobe athlete,
He wore Kobe's for a
I
minute.
think he wears Kobe's.
but he has his own shoe now.
Now he does.
Oh, I didn't know he was a Kobe athlete.
Those are dumb comfy too.
The Giannis
The
is
Giannis, yeah.
Oh.
Comfy, yeah.
Haven't
I'm
tried
gonna
them
buy
yet.
a pair now.
Crazy comfy.
Thanks, Jazz.
Freaky comfy.
Oh,
Shit.
So we do have one more, and this one was just kind of funny, so I put it in here. It was in our request. Oh no, it wasn't in our request because I think Alvin replied to it. But it's from not friend of the show, Screwface Smitty. Out of I have no clue where.
Did I reply to it?
Yeah, somebody did. I'll tell you what he said. He said, had such a horrible experience lining up for Wave Runners. This is a weird DM because he doesn't follow us. He's never liked any of our
I
stuff.
deleted this DM.
So he said, had such a horrible experience lining up for Wave Runners, and you said, sorry to hear, man.
Oh yeah, I did say that.
But he doesn't follow us.
what the?
Like he's never DM'd us or replied to any of our stories or anything. He just came to our Instagram page just to let us specifically know he had a bad time lining up for Wave Runners.
Yeah, well, he didn't
And
follow us, but I just wanted
now-
to say something.
And now we're talking.
Sorry to
about
hear,
it.
man.
Sorry to hear, man.
Sorry to hear that.
Sucks.
I want to know why he chose us, or if he just went to a bunch of different sneaker blogs and just
Probably.
wanted to tell them he was
Probably.
not happy.
He just wanted to be mentioned on all their podcasts.
It worked. If you're listening out there, Screwface Smitty, you got us. Next up, thumbs up, thumbs down. In this part of the show, we give our opinion on various sneaker-related topics with zero context or discussion. All we're allowed to say is thumbs up or thumbs down. This week, because in honor of Screwface Smitty,
Screw faith.
this week's topic is going to be lineups. Joel,
Thumbs up.
Alvin,
Thumbs up.
Jazz.
I feel like I should say thumbs up.
I'm going to say thumbs up.
Yeah.
Say what you feel. Don't feel what you say. I don't know if that even made sense. Next up,
I felt thumbs down.
you feel thumbs down?
I felt thumbs
Your
down.
thumbs
but
down? Okay.
No, I was saying up. So.
Okay. No, you don't have to agree with us. Opinions matter, Jazz.
Yeah, Jazz. Come on, man.
Next up, but you can't explain. Next up, NSR. We talk about sneakers a lot, so in this weekly segment, we're going to take 30 seconds out of the show to discuss something completely irrelevant to the world of sneakers. And Alvin brought some delicious McDonald's this week, so that means Alvin is choosing our NSR topic for the week.
Yep.
Alvin, what do you got?
What is your dream pet?
Oh.
Dream pet.
Can I tell you mine?
Yes.
A husky, like all white husky with blue eyes, and I would name him or him Nico.
Wow.
Ooh. Like
Just all white.
Drake's best friend, Nico. OVO
Oh, yeah.
Nico.
Yeah,
Nico.
exactly like Nico.
I'm all white with blue eyes.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
My dream pet
Nico.
would be a,
Nico, come
a
here.
sea otter. I grew up loving sea otters. as a kid. That's a seal, first of all. Know your animals. Know your marine mammals, sir. I don't know if they make noises, but they're very cute. That's my answer.
An otter?
An otter.
Yeah, they are.
They are very cute. Go to the zoo, Alvin, and go see the otters.
They got like whiskers, right?
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
they kind of look like
do.
cats, and I am a cat person, so that makes sense. Jazz, go.
My dog right now.
Aw.
He's Pekingese.
Cool.
He cries like a bitch.
That's a lame answer.
But he's cute. But he's cute.
Joel.
Okay, so mine would be a white
God.
Shih Tzu with wings, so it could fly.
That's a crazy dream, man.
Yo.
Time is up. Next up, promos. We've got one promo this week, and it is for Sneakerhead TO, which is the Sneaker Expo coming to Toronto on Saturday, October 5th. It will be at the Metro Toronto Convention Center from 12 to 7 p.m. If you're interested in going or just want to inquire a little bit more, you can check out sneakerhead_TO on Instagram or go to their website, www.sneakerhead.market. Once again, quite a cool website.
Cool.
Next up, the moment you've all been waiting for. 21 Questions featuring our guest, Jazz Alba. Jazz, have you had fun so far?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Well, you've seen nothing yet. I'm assuming growing up out in Whitby or Toronto or wherever you grew up.
Not Whitby, Scarborough, yeah.
Grew up
Even
in
better.
Scarborough, man.
In Scarborough, you were all up on MSN Messenger, talking to the shorties, playing 21 questions.
Oh, yeah.
And you know how it ends. That's not how this ends.
I was like, how does it end, yo? What happens at the end?
If you guys don't know how it ends, you were playing it wrong. So basically, I have 21 questions for you. This is so the listeners can get to know you a little bit better. First answer that comes to mind, just spit it out into the world. Are you ready?
Yes. Had to think about that one.
You're probably not.
That was the first question.
That's one down.
For one. Yeah.
One down.
That's the only question you're going to get right. Number one, best shoe of all time.
Is this for me?
Yes.
Infrared Air Max 90.
Ooh.
As
Jazz
we said
is my
for you,
bro.
not Alvin. Number two, Air or Boost.
Air.
Number three, Jason Mark or Crep Protect.
Crep Protect.
Number four, Crew Socks or No Shows.
Crew.
Number five, how many wins will the Raptors finish with next season?
Remember, this is going to come true. Like,
Yeah,
it usually
speak it into
comes
existence.
to fruition.
Yes.
So
I don't know.
That's not
72.
an answer. 72. All right. Number six, Red or Blue.
Red.
Number seven, Simpsons or Family Guy.
Simpsons.
Number
Come
eight,
on.
original boxes or drop fronts.
Drop fronts.
Number 10. No, wait, number 9. How many pairs in your collection?
70?
too many.
Number 10. Laces tied up tight or loose and dangling.
Loose.
Number 11. Is 11 a prime number?
Oh shit!
What? You're like messing me up. No,
It is a prime number.
it is.
Number 12. Should we retire Kawhi's number?
Yes.
Number 13. Kobe or LeBron?
Kobe.
Number 14. Kobe's or LeBron's?
Oh, that's tough. Kobe's.
Number 15. Most comfortable shoe you own?
Probably the 720s.
Okay. Number 16. Pineapple on pizza?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Number 17. I already said how many pairs in your collection. Shit. Whatever. It's in here twice. Next.
60.
It keeps going down for the wife. You know?
Yeah. For when she listens. Yeah. I meant 60. Number 18. You buy something that's $13.75 and pay with a 20. What is your change?
1375.
Yes.
625.
Correct.
Jeez.
Number 19. Buying shoes online or in a store.
In a store.
Number 20. What is the number one pair you own?
Like my favorite?
Your favorite.
Air Max 90.
Air Max
Infrared.
90 infrared. Number 21. Would you rather be given your number one grail or 3 other pairs from your top 10, not including your number 1.
In my top 10,
Yes.
I'll take the Grail.
You'll take number 1. What is that number 1?
Red Octobers.
What size are your feet?
Wow, you got something
Is
for
that
it?
what I get for coming on the show?
Yeah, the keychain.
If Miles Nadal was friend of the show, that would be the parting gift.
Yeah. Everyone wanted
Yeah.
banner. Oh, what shoes do I get?
So now our main discussion, we're just going to get to know Jazz a little bit. He was gracious enough to fly over here, no pun intended.
Yeah.
So we do want to talk to you a little bit. We do want to get to know the man behind the illustrations, behind the vectors, whatever it's called. What program do you use to
People
create?
think I use Illustrator. I don't. I use Photoshop.
That doesn't even make sense in my mind.
I know. A lot of people think, oh, he does Illustrator. I don't. I
Wow.
do Photoshop.
Talented.
Exports better for web,
Oh, okay. Well, you lost me already.
and I'm
but-
faster in Photoshop.
Huh.
You know why? Jazz used to kill Asian Avenue, bro.
Nah.
Yo, this guy was the one making backgrounds for everybody in the high school.
Back then, I had no idea how to use any of that
He was
stuff.
designing people's pages and shit.
Yo.
Damn.
Add music.
Putting the
Can you
scroll
put
for the
Ryu on the
shout
side shooting the fireball?
Shooting the fireball.
If you're on Asian, if you were on Asian,
You
know
know,
that.
you know.
You know that fireball.
I can't say I was.
You should have been though.
I
Clearly.
probably should have been. I'm not gonna lie. I probably should have been. So I think that everyone kind of best knows you now, because of all the graphics you created during the Raptors postseason run. But it was regular season too. Like, when did all this start for you? The whole Raptors thing, because that's what kind of took off. I think I did creep your page a little bit. First of all, it looks like you delete posts. Do you do that?
I did a couple logos.
A couple. Oh, okay.
I wanted to keep it separate from
Got it.
illustrations. To
Got it.
logos.
So it hasn't even been that many posts then. It kind of just came out of nowhere, really.
Yeah.
It's less than 100, I want to say, easily.
Well, 100th post was the Foot Locker posts.
There you go. And then before that, you were doing shoes.
Yep.
Cars?
3D renderings, cars.
Yep. So that's where it started for you with this whole graphic thing.
Yeah. It started with shoes. I really wanted to draw shoes. I've seen so many on Instagram, and everyone's like, yo, these are dope. I'm like, yo, I could do this too. And it started there, but I wasn't gaining anything. It looked like a picture of a shoe.
Yeah, I
Which
don't
is
know
what I didn't want.
if anyone has scrolled back and looked at Jazz's
I
first,
crept.
they're
I crept hard.
insane.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah.
I think the hashtag says this is not a photo or something. Is what you used to.
Yeah.
It literally looks like a picture.
Yeah.
Like someone used an iPhone and took a picture of your
I
shoe.
did one of yours.
He did one of
I
Joel's.
did one of
yeah.
your shoes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it was the
The
Fiotech.
Fiotech.
Yeah.
Fiotech Air Max 1. Yeah. So you weren't getting anywhere, and then you moved to.
And I you know what? I just wanted people to laugh at something that I post. I started doing funny things.
Yeah.
The DeMar DeRozan one was kind of out there for me, but it was funny. You know what I mean? Sacrificial lamb, I automatically think Simpsons and
Yep.
the lamb, right? So I started there, and people were laughing. So I'm like, I'm just gonna keep doing this.
Yeah.
And if people keep laughing at it,
Yeah.
liking it, I'll just keep doing it.
So have you always been doing this whole digital illustration, Photoshop? This has been a long thing for you, or?
So when I first started graphic design, I did cartoons for fun, just
Okay.
my face.
Yep.
Literally my face. My Facebook profile picture has 6 different versions of me. Yeah, because
All
I'm just practicing,
cartoonized.
right? Practicing on myself, and then no, this is the first time me drawing cartoons on a regular.
Okay.
So
Interesting. And you mentioned that it is similar to your job, right? You do the whole graphic design,
yeah.
a little bit. So it isn't out of left field for you to be doing it. It is kind of related.
yeah,
I guess just the style is very.
I use Photoshop for my real job.
Yeah.
Or my
Real
full-time
job,
job.
yeah.
Sorry. My full-time job. So that's why I'm using Photoshop for my side.
Got it. So you started doing the Raptors graphics. When did you realize it was becoming a thing?
When other people started posting it,
Yeah.
I think there were a few names I can't even think of, but the CP24 one was whoa.
Yeah, dude. When I saw that, I was like, "Dog, that's I know. I follow that guy."
People were calling me. They're like, "You're on the news," and I'm like, "What?" That's insane. And people started sending me stuff, and then they were like, "Yo, someone posted you. This person posted you," and I'm like, "That's cool." Like,
So,
Yeah.
so coming off of that, what is the coolest thing that's like come of all this so far?
the coolest thing?
Yeah,
Oh man, that's tough.
because you've gotten, like we said, it's been 100 posts with like 10 to 15 of those being just older. So your Instagram is still young, and you've come a long way. What's the coolest thing that's kind of come of it, like that you've seen that, like someone that's reposted or commented
Some
or
of
like?
the coolest, like some of the comments are like, which the Raptors playoff one.
Hmm?
People were saying, "I was waiting for your post," and that to me is like,
That's sick.
damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like that makes me want to keep doing
absolutely.
more.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the biggest thing, because when someone said that to me, I was like, "That's what I want to do."
That hit you.
Yeah, that's what I want to
Yeah.
do.
You were reposted by some other cool people too, no? Like, was it Jeremy Lin or something?
Not me, not Jeremy Lin.
Was it?
Slim Duck did it.
Okay.
Posted the
Yeah.
photo. A few companies have posted it. Foot Locker has posted a few.
Nice.
And the Raptors, of course.
That's it.
Raptors,
Yeah.
That's the big one.
That's what it
Big
was.
one. That's
Yeah.
huge.
See, I knew there was something, guys. And it was, yeah.
was the
It was
Raptors.
Raptors.
at Slim Duck, the most random Instagram name. Do you guys know who that is?
Boucher.
Yeah, it's Boucher.
Boucher. Like, why? I don't even.
He's a slim duck, bro.
He is.
He's slim and he looks like a duck.
You're not wrong. So, have you always been into basketball? Like, is this?
Yeah, I've been in basketball.
Yeah.
My wife would say no, but I have been, yeah, from time.
And how? I think this is a question that everyone wants to know. How do you turn them around so quickly? Like, you're literally like someone will fall. Like KD got injured, and then all of a sudden you had a graphic. Like this
So
stuff
for
is
things like that,
Yeah.
I don't have anything ready.
okay.
For things that are generic, like if someone were to leave a team or get dropped from a team, I already have something ready for that person, and then I draw them. The team I went on win when Raptors were going to win. I just felt like they were.
So you jinxed it.
They were. I
so
was
if
actually.
they lost,
What
it
game
was
did they win?
Jazz's fault.
What game was it? Game 6.
Game six, they won in six.
So
yeah.
game 5, I had it ready to post.
Oh,
I was holding post button, but I lost, and
You had the
I had to
caption
wait.
ready.
Yeah, the caption was ready already. And I have some stuff ready, but when it's like news, like new news, I'll have to go on the whim. Once
So
I
you
hear it, I
literally-
start drawing.
You drop everything, and you're like, "Okay, I need to get this up ASAP."
Yeah,
And
definitely.
how long does it typically take you? I guess it depends on the graphic, but
If there's more than one person, it'll take a long time.
Yeah.
If there's one person, probably like 2 hours, 1 hour.
oh damn! So it's not a quick thing. Like, I mean,
No.
to me, that sounds like a long time. I don't know if that's short in graphic design terms, but
I think it's pretty quick in graphic
Yeah.
design
Quick.
terms.
Yeah, that's quick.
that's fast.
So do people turn that on in like an hour or two?
And to come up with the concept, right?
yeah.
Like you have to be able to think of
Sometimes-
like a
Yeah, sometimes I'll just pick up from what I know from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Like their episodes, something will relate to them. Somehow.
always literally everything
Like
in
one,
life. Yeah.
one new post is probably going to be Sideshow Bob with the rake.
Mhm.
That's my next one. I'm spoiling it here for everybody. I'm planning
They
on
won't
it.
hear this till Saturday.
Yeah,
so
for you got a couple
planning
days.
on
You got a
it.
couple days. So I guess another question that everyone wants to know is why The Simpsons?
I
out
don't,
of-
know, I don't know. Out of all the
Just anything
cartoons.
like anything you could draw inspiration from. You could do like an original like cartoon because you said you had practice doing it on yourself. Like you,
Yeah, I could have done an original.
Yeah.
I could have done myself.
not to say in a, like the least disrespectful way that it's not original, but I mean like
No, but
it's stylized after The Simpsons, and
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think people wanted like I would want to know like why did you choose that specifically?
that's what I grew up on.
Yeah,
Everyone, like all the people, well, a lot of people grew up on it, and that's why people are so. I feel like they're attracted to it,
yeah.
Yep.
and it's just the references are. There's so many.
It's
Yeah.
so easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Endless, man.
Do you have to go and like Google some of them, or you can literally
No,
just like pick them?
like, all the time.
Yeah?
I Google all the time. I look up Simpsons GIF. I find a funny one, boom,
Like a
pick-
famous
pick
one,
that
and
up.
then yeah,
The GIFs are really hard to do. Those take long.
because you have to
It's
actually
just step
animate
by
it.
step for me.
Yeah,
You know, some
Yeah.
people use like animation software,
Mhm.
whereas I use Photoshop for all that.
so you have to draw each frame.
Each frame.
That's
Wow.
dope. Holy shit.
It's dope for us. It sucks for him.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
That's true.
Damn, that's
Time-consuming.
crazy.
I'm sure there are easier ways, and people are like, "Why does he do it that way?" But that's the way.
That's
I
just the
know.
way you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. So what do you think, like, kind of just spinning off that, like, it is kind of a thing now. to do the whole graphic design thing, especially to animate stuff. Like we talked about it earlier, the turned yellow thing. What do you think of this whole craze of like, especially even in sneakers, I see it all the time where people are like doing graphics or illustrations of sneakers. Like there's the guy who follows us, Vectored Souls. Like there's a bunch of different people who are doing it. What do you think of this whole wave right now? Because it seems to be a thing.
He has a new post, Vectored Souls.
Yep.
The machine. That's dope.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. If you love it and you want to draw it,
Yeah.
show it. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a wave for sure.
Is it like a competitive thing, or is it more of like an open, like happy atmosphere? Like, do you find, because I think sneakers when they first started, it was like a competition, like Screwface thing. Like no one was happy that someone else got a cool shoe. Like, is it the same in the design community where people are kind of like, oh, this guy's getting credit. His shit's not that good. Like, is it one of those, or is it
There's
kind of
going to
just
be that with everything.
Yeah,
with
of course.
anything. No, but when I see like Vector Souls has some cool stuff. I saw, I don't know if you heard of Casey Bennerman. He does
Nope.
NBA stuff.
Okay.
I just like when you follow so much stuff, you just keep getting the same stuff in your Explore feed.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of sneakers, a lot of NBA, and it's all illustrations. So, no,
So-
I love everything.
Do you plan on continuing this, like, through the next season, like, as heavily as you did for the playoffs, or
Yeah.
because you were like super heavy in
It
the
was
playoffs? It was
daily.
like once a day.
Daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then school happened.
Yeah. And then he disappeared off the face of the planet. He did the shoe haul one. He's like, I'm out.
No, so after the playoffs, I started school, and I was like, I need to keep up, but it was almost impossible to do school and draw literally every day.
Yeah.
Like for the playoffs, I was
Every
day.
single day. Yeah.
and something new every day.
Yeah.
It was
And
great.
It was fun. It was so
us,
much fun.
We loved it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was
Thank
fun
you. Yeah.
making it, but my time was like I had no time to do anything else. It was school, like full time school, then draw like cartoons. But it was fun.
And you do plan on continuing it through the next season. Do you want to just do like Raptors, or now do you want to just kind of do the whole league? Like, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking the whole league.
Just whatever kind of news.
I'm thinking the whole league. Like the Raptors, of course, for sure.
Yeah.
But just the big news. If you see something on the score, I want to be the cartoon version of that.
Oh, okay.
If you see something on TSN, I'm going to be that.
So you want to be news,
but
but
cartoon.
yeah, cartoon
Yo,
version.
real talk though, one of your posts was like an announcement for something. And I actually checked if it was real because I never heard of it. I was like, okay, this is Jazz. Jazz usually says like the real shit. So I checked it. I'm like, oh shit. So
Do
I
you
got
remember
the
what it
announcement
was?
from you. I can't remember,
Oh.
man. I remember just checking something. I was like, is this...
No, I wouldn't draw a fake one. I mean, if I could, I'd have so many
that,
ideas.
Right, yeah,
not
he
that
would
I
have-
doubted you. I never doubted you, but I was like, yo, I guess I wasn't on my feed the whole day.
So
and
you
it
got
was like,
the news from
Jazz's
Jazz.
post was like the first one to pop up. You know when you open your Instagram?
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It's like the first post. I'm like, yo, for real, this fucking happened? Like, what?
Well, that's
Google
another
it. I
thing
was
that
like, what?
that's another thing that got me in because people were like, "Yo, you're so quick with it." Like,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
news comes up,
You're
I want to
breaking
be. I
news,
want to
yeah.
be quick like that.
Yo, I watched that Drake and Chris Brown video because of you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like,
Nice.
like,
That
bro,
one actually got a lot of attention from all the Chris Brown fans.
it's dope,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
I got
It's
a lot
dope.
of attention.
Yeah.
So do you want to expand it outside of basketball, or like do you think, because you've dabbled in it, but like
I have.
basketball was definitely the mainstay for you?
Yeah, that was my start. I
Yeah.
think going forward, I'd like to do everything else,
Mhm.
but with a full-time job, it's
super
very
tough.
difficult.
Yeah,
I have to be very picky with what I draw.
this
Yeah.
is very true. What about more into sneakers, because it is another passion of yours along with basketball? Do you
Yeah.
think you do more into sneakers, because the stuff you originally did obviously was super cool, doesn't match your style right now, but could you see yourself doing other stuff in sneakers in any other way?
Yeah, I still want to keep doing that. This is not a photo type of work.
Mhm.
I think when people see it and they see the different steps of drawing something so intricate, it's cool to get the response from them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And maybe have those as like prints. I
Yep.
think that would look nice up on a wall.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, I definitely want to. I want to do everything. But
Yeah. But then
There's only
there's
so
that
much I
thing
can
called
do.
work, right?
Yeah.
How long would one of those take? The this is not a photo thing. That has to take longer than 2 hours.
long.
Like
Yeah,
that
definitely.
looks like it takes 4 days.
It takes about, I'd say, total 5 hours.
Wow.
Oh, 5 hours.
Five.
No, 5
5
days.
days.
No.
Yeah, that's
5
much
hours.
better, right? 5 hours.
Maybe 5 hours. Yeah.
That's nuts.
And for that, I use Illustrator and Photoshop.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh my god. I just
Crazy.
learned Illustrator and I thought I was like a champion. Like I was killing it.
I can move this shape here.
Yeah, exactly. This has a border now. Drop shadow. I feathered it. So it's kind of going off of like what you'd like to expand it to. Where would you kind of like to see it go? Like you said, you'd want to be able to break, not necessarily break news, I guess, but be able to be one of the first people with the news on your page. Where else could you see it going? Like, could you see it turning into a full-time gig in any way? Or like, what's the dream for jazz.alba? That is the
Full-time
Instagram, right?
gig.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. But I don't know. I mean, I'd have to get away from The Simpsons if I were to do the full-time gig.
Yeah.
It's just licensed and all that
Of
stuff.
course. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I'd love to do this kind of stuff for a full-time gig. That's probably my dream job.
I
loved doing this, like this Raptor playoff season, and if I could do this for the rest of my life, I would.
I was gonna ask, it's like, so you never kind of felt like it was a chore because it was every day. It was never like, oh, I have to do one today. Like you were never.
Not one time did I ever feel that way.
That's sick.
Everything was fun.
That's
Drawing
awesome.
everything.
Does The Simpsons actually have like licensing on like their likeness?
That's the
I guess.
thing. Like it's just a style, right?
Yeah, that's
So
what
I'm not
like,
sure
when you
if-
said it, I was kind of like, but you're not drawing Marge Simpson. Like
But
you're
if
drawing.
I were so all my posts, I steal something from them.
Yeah.
So whether it be like a background of something, or like I
guess
stole the
that-
cast for the
yeah.
LeBron pool,
Yeah.
like I can't use that. But that's a good question. Like I always thought about, would I get in trouble for this? I think I.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, facts.
It's a style.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm not sure if I can get in trouble for that.
Well, you know who we have to ask, don't you?
Eyebrow sneakers.
Our legal advice counselor, Highbrow Sneakers
Yeah.
out of London. If
Yeah.
you're listening to this, let us know if a style can be copywritten or trademarked.
Yeah, let us know so that we can tell Jazz. And Jazz
I should
can
know this.
Jazz can go ham.
Of all people, he should probably know it.
Definitely know this.
It is
I'm not prepared.
his job. And so you mentioned your 100th post was a Foot Locker post. Are you allowed to divulge any more information on air, firsthand, what you're working on with this brand, or no?
Coming soon.
Once again, he does not know.
In the store.
to a store.
To
near-
a store near a few people.
There you go. That's a good enough hint, I
yeah.
think. Yeah. Coming
I'd say
soon.
it's more my style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your style.
my style.
Cool.
That's very ominous.
When you see it, you'll see it.
You'll know. You'll know.
You know.
You'll see.
So,
And if you don't know, on the bottom right, you'll see me.
in case you're wondering, yeah, it's got my name on it. So I guess just to kind of round it out, what does the future hold? Like, what else? You mentioned that a full-time gig would be cool, but what else do you see yourself doing in the near future, far future? Where do you see it going?
I would love to do sneaker collabs. With
That'd be crazy.
whoever.
Pick an ideal one, and we'll let them know.
Like brand?
Yes.
Nike.
Okay, Nike, you're listening.
Yo, Nike.
For sure, Nike.
First us, then Jazz.
Or combination.
Or now we're talking.
Shit.
There we go.
What shoe would you do?
Any
Any shoe in the world you could do.
shoe.
Any
That's
Nike
tough.
shoe in the
Yeah,
world.
any
Nike
silhouette.
or
That's
Jordan shoe.
tough.
Or Jordan. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Nike/Jordan.
I would say Jordan 1, but everyone does the Jordan 1.
But there's
So
a
I'm
reason
gonna-
everyone does the
yeah,
Jordan
it's-
1.
It's like the silhouette.
Yeah, it's the silhouette.
So then an Air Force 1. It's like the same thing.
Yep.
The silhouette.
Do you have in mind what you would do? Kind of putting you on the spot a little bit, but you've clearly thought about it a little bit. So
Yep.
Yeah, I thought about it. I wouldn't just paint over the shoe.
yeah, no,
Uh,
that's lazy.
So the one thing I like about the Air Max 90 is the color blocking.
Mhm.
The way it's set up, their colors are set up. So I would have to do something like that where the color blocking just makes sense and stands out. It's simple. You can wear with anything.
Oh, so you would do something more neutral? Because when I imagine, for some reason, when I imagine a Jazz Alba X
Simpsons.
Nike, yeah, not
Yellow?
Simpsons necessarily, but just like the vibrant, cartoony colors, like the pinks and the blues and the, I guess, yellow. But yeah, but you think you would do
that
something?
would be cool too.
That's what I imagine.
There's two different
Yeah,
ways of doing
absolutely.
it. Safe way
Yeah,
and then
Who's
The
to say you're not
cartoon,
getting
yeah.
2 shoes, bro? Like,
exactly.
come on.
That's the dream right
it's
there.
a pack.
Yeah, it's
The Jazz.
Lows and highs.
There's the Jazz and then the Alba.
yeah. The Jazz one would be the crazy.
The Jazz one.
for sure.
And the Alba.
Done.
You guys are giving me too
Nike.
many ideas, man.
Hit us up, bro. That's a sick pack right there.
Run it.
I'd buy that.
I'd buy it. I already
Retail.
bought it. I pre-ordered it
And
already.
resell.
Retail and resell.
Retail
I
and
bought all
resell,
and
bro.
I'm reselling.
Yeah. Anything
Sean
you guys
Witherspoon.
have to ask Jazz before we let him go back to wherever he said he's
My
from?
flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gotta catch his flight soon, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing off the top of my head right now. I could just DM him if anything, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, nothing on my side, too.
The only question that you're not allowed to answer is just let us know when we're gonna do the Canada Got Soul X Jazz Alba collab. And
Hell
with
yeah.
that, thank you to everyone who has supported and or been a part of this podcast. Wherever you're taking in this episode, please leave a comment, review, follow, and or subscribe. We've got a Facebook group we like to use as a forum, sell stuff, and connect with you guys. That is www.facebook.com/group/cgs.talk. We've also got a website we use for reviews, stories, recaps, and much, 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 much more. That is www.canadagotsoul.ca. If you have any questions or suggestions for any of our segments like the Soul Poll, Sneaker Heading for Dummies, or the Fire Round, shoot us a DM or email us at canadagotsoul@gmail.com. Obviously, do not forget to use the hashtag CanadaGotSoul on Instagram for a feature. I have been Lawrence Hopkins, and you can find me at LDoggyStyles on Instagram. Woof.
I'm Joel Hernandez. You can find me at Joe Dooney, JO_D3OsNEY.
My name is Alvin Quincy, and you can find me at MISTERQ and then Mart.
And Jazz Alba.
You can
Where
find
they
me
find
at
you.
JAZ jazzalba.jpg. I was about to spell it out. Jazzalba.jpg.
Where
On
can they buy your
Instagram.
stuff?
Do you have anything for sale right now? Yes.
I
That towel,
do.
though.
I do. That towel.
That towel, though.
It's so
Yeah.
soft. But I might
Not
be,
for long.
I might be taking it down shortly.
Really?
Yeah, and
limited.
just think about next steps.
Oh,
True.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
But you
Okay.
do have a website,
I do.
correct?
Hit the link in the bio.
Link in bio. Thank
in
you,
the
because I
bio.
can't even remember it.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to us talk about sneakers for 75 episodes. And please remember to rock your kicks. This has been True to Size. We have been CGS, and we are out. Peace.
Link in the
Link
bio.
in the bio.
It's dope.
Link in bio.jpg.
Jay says, it's like, damn it.